narrative of whom will replace whom between China and India, which has little substantive value. In today's complex landscape, it makes far more sense for both nations to deepen trust, manage disagreements, foster consensus, widen cooperation and promote peace in Asia globally. A bit of an irony, the fact that it's coming in from China, the same country which also, by the way, backed Pakistan in Operation Sindoor. Backed Pakistan, gave away our key details of air defense to Pakistan in its fight against India and its war against India. And even our top generals have gone on record to say that we weren't just fighting Pakistan. We were also fighting China. A bit rich for China to say this, but yes, nonetheless, Beijing, for now, targeting the West as India, along with China, faces high tariffs. In fact, there have been a series of statements made by the Chinese side in the last few hours. Let's take you through some of those statements. The Chinese embassy spokespersons earlier also said in India, the Chinese embassy that is saying that the Chinese embassy and the Chinese people back India's strong stand against Trump's 50% tariff move, adding that India's sovereignty is non-negotiable and that it can't be manipulated by others. A bit rich once again. Because China should be the last one talking about India's sovereignty, given its attempts, its expansionist tendencies, and what it did in Operation Sindoor, during Operation Sindoor, backing Pakistan, giving key details of Indian locations to Pakistan, tactical support to Pakistan. The Chinese spokesperson in this particular post, hitting out at Western media narrative, calling for deepening trust with India. Chinese spokespersons on Twitter saying Western media created or is creating a narrative of who will replace whom between China and India, which has little substantive value, and that in today's complex landscape, it makes far more sense for both nations to deepen trust, manage disagreements, foster consensus, widen cooperation, promote peace in Asia and globally. Irony of ironies, as China also gets into the mix. Of course, India, stand is clear that we don't need anybody's help. We don't need anybody's support. We are on our own and can fight this on our own. Like the Prime Minister said, he's ready to pay a personal price if required. Kritat is joining us. Kritat, so ironic, isn't it? China saying that India's sovereignty should be respected.
Indeed, Niranjan, and these are repeated statements coming in from the official spokesperson at the embassy here in New Delhi. And these are very surprising statements indeed, repeatedly also being made just hours after it was confirmed that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to visit Tianjin for the Shanghai Cooperative Organization Leaders Summit. Now, it is also a very controversial summit because we saw earlier this year in the month of June when Defense Minister Rajnath Singh had went there, he had not even signed a joint declaration. Subsequently, A.M. Jaishankar had also visited for the foreign ministers meeting. It was very uncertain whether Prime Minister Modi would visit this summit, and the change of events happened yesterday, perhaps in the likelihood of the tariff war escalation, and India also showing signals to Washington that it is not the only trade partner that India has. India has a host of other partners, and strong messages being given throughout New Delhi with its resolute position in this manner, where NSA Doval is also in Moscow, and now Prime Minister Modi also signaling. So warm messages coming in from Beijing. Also, as a matter of fact, because Beijing was very keenly looking at Prime Minister Narendra Modi's attendance at the SCO as well, something would have been very wrong if PM Modi had not visited there, because SCO again is a grouping made by Shanghai Cooperative Organization that is from Beijing in China. And if Indian Prime Minister going there after Galwan, after 2018 clashes, is a big statement coming to the United States as well, that it's China plus one policy if it goes for a toss. India and China do have strategic partnerships in a manner in which that both of them can function well together. It is only a matter of time. So these statements clearly showing that warm welcome is expected in Tianjin. Whether it brings out something or not is something that remains to be seen, as India has been resolute in its position of protecting national interests against Chinese interests as well. However, a lot of trade negotiation talks also expected to take place there.
Okay, thank you for that, Kritat. Stay with me in what has also come as a surprising diplomatic development in